Good morning and welcome to the crackpot breakfast. My cat woke me up this morning. Yeah, you. Insert picture of cat here. My cat crawled into bed with me and I woke up to it being smacked on the cheek. And I said, "Hey, you don't do that." So then she went down on my arm and bit the fat part and went, "Arr." And I was like, "Ow, God." The fat part of the arm is all the arm because I'm a chubby dude. Speaking of which, for breakfast today, we're eating cold pizza. This pizza has pineapples and anchovies on it. Or as my wife calls it, bleh. Kind of a lazy weekend. The weather's nicer. As January's wrapping up, it's warm and the snow is melting and the ice is going away, which means it'll be warm for a week and then freezing cold again. So I'm enjoying the warmness by getting a head cold. Pretty lazy weekend. It's the last weekend of my convalescence. After my surgery, I'm going back to work on Tuesday. So, looking forward to that. I like my job. I cook for a living. I cook food. You know, yesterday the wife and I were very lazy. Watched a bunch of movies and made some art. She has some orders to finish. She's got a big show coming up so she needs to make a bunch of stuff. She makes jewelry out of metal. She makes bracelets and chain mail stuff, and it's metal rings and bracelets and necklaces, and it's very fancy. So she made that. Saw the new Peanuts movie. Peanuts was Charles Schulz's version of Little Rascals. And Little Rascals, if you never watched it, was this racist, mean-spirited series of movie shorts back in the 1930s. It was all about this whole gang of white kids who stole and plotted against other kids in their neighborhood. They were very greedy and selfish, and they had two black boys who hung out with them, and a lot of people confuse them. A lot of people just say it was buckwheat, but no, there was buckwheat and stymie. And if you don't remember who was who, buckwheat had a big glorious hairdo. Stymie was bald, and he rocked a bowler hat. And yeah, the morals were very odd on these used to these 10-minute movie shorts that usually centered around these chubby white kids just stealing from people. And the moral of every story was basically, it ain't a crime if you don't get caught. That was what these movies taught you. Very weird to show children, like, hey, look, you can do whatever you want, just don't get caught. And they would steal food and money from people. And then laugh about it. So Charles Schulz was this cartoonist. Charles Schulz had a unique style, which is hard to do in cartooning, because so many cartoons look alike. Charles Schultz's style was he made everybody's head look like a balloon, and he shortened their bodies. And there were never any adults. The adults on the Charlie Brown cartoons just they went, they had these wonk wonk sounds. And in the new Charlie Brown, there's this redheaded girl who moves into town, and Charlie Brown's like, "Yeah, I want some ginger ale, baby." So he really likes her, but instead of going up and talk to her, he just plots a chain of events to impress her, which is creepy. Like, what does that teach children? Oh, you like somebody? Yeah, don't talk and relate to them. Sneak up on them and inflate your ego while doing it. Very confusing little movie. What else did I watch? I finally got to see Crime Wave, which was a film I had been warned against. Usually when I hear, "Oh, don't watch that one, that movie's crap," I gotta go see it. It's like if I hear a band sucks, I gotta hear them. Crime Wave, yes, kitty. My cat's upset. There's a cat with a black tail that... There's a black kitty that keeps walking across the fence. Oh, leave them alone. She's not satisfied biting me. She has to bite every other living thing. How was I talking about? Crime Wave. I've been told for years the movie was a dud. It was a great movie. It was released in the early 80s. It was directed by a man named Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi made the first Darkman movie, where Liam Neeson, who's an Irish giant, is a scientist, and his face gets damaged, so he wears bandages and a big hat, and he swings on ropes. It's better than I'm describing it. Sam Raimi also made the good Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, and Evil Dead. He made the Evil Dead movies, and he produced Xena. And yeah, Sam Raimi has a wonderful comedic, wacky style with cameras. And the movie Crime Wave is about this guy. He's on his way to the electric chair, and he's telling his story to the guards. Like, "I didn't do it. This is what happened." And it was fun. It was a super fun movie. Great cast. It had the creepy guy with the mustache from Blade Runner. The guy says, "Let me tell you about my mother, man." I don't know if you've ever seen Blade Runner, but you should. Blade Runner's great. It's about Harrison Ford. He kills robots because they make robots that look like people, but they only give them a 4-year lifespan. Don't worry if you haven't seen it. There's a sequel coming out soon with Ryan Gosling. You'll hear about it plenty. But yeah, Blade Runner. I love that movie. I have like 5 versions. I have 5 versions of it. I'll probably watch that later today. So yeah, the creepy guy with the mustache, he's in it. And Blade Runner is getting interviewed because they interview them to see if they're robots or people. And he's like, "You're walking in the desert, you come across a tortoise." It's like, "What's a tortoise?" "You ever seen a turtle?" "Yeah, same thing." Creepy mustache guy. He's in Crime Wave. And Paul Smith, the chubby dude from... Who's one of the Baron's sons in Dune. David Lynch's Dune. What the hell else was he in? He was the psychiatrist in Haunted Honeymoon with Gene Wilder, if you've ever seen that. It's a pretty cool movie. Everybody should see it, because Dom DeLuise is in Haunted Honeymoon. Anything with Dom DeLuise is worth watching. He's a chubby, wacky guy. My hero. Yeah, I'd heard for years that, oh, you like Raimi? Well, don't watch Crime Wave. That movie's terrible. It was great. It was like Johnny Dangerously. I don't know if you ever saw that. Johnny Dangerously starred Michael Keaton, who's Mr. Mom on Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And then Johnny Dangerously, it's set in the 30s during Prohibition. Prohibition was a time in America where they got rid of alcohol. It's after the Depression. And everybody just sat around drinking and punching each other out. So all these religious groups got together and they were like, stop letting them drink, they're bad. So the state banned alcohol. But it didn't stop anybody from drinking. Just like the war on drugs doesn't actually stop anybody from getting high. So they used to truck in booze from Canada. Because Canada didn't stop drinking. The States was like, no drinking. It's bad for you. And Canada said, we don't give a fuck. So they trucked it in from Alberta, Montreal. And gangsters sold it in the States and they made a fortune. Gangsters like Scarface, Al Capone, and Joe Kennedy. He was the ambassador to China. I don't know if you're allowed to drink in China. I know they won't let you watch The Simpsons, which is so weird. Such a weird thing to ban. No cartoons. Okay. But you can have the worst smog index ever. Yeah, you can breathe in chemicals, but no laughing at a cartoon. I love The Simpsons. What was I talking about? I don't know, I'm half awake. My cat woke me up. Smacked my cheek and bit my arm. So, my pizza's done, so breakfast is over. Thanks for watching, and if you have any movie recommendations, send them to sugarfreeryan@gmail.com. And then maybe I'll review that movie. I gotta go back and paint. I'm starting a painting for the film The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Ooh, that's the outline. Gotta fill that in today. And yesterday I finished my Kim Wants an Avant-Garde Breakfast painting. Insert that here. And I finished Cubically Contained. Show that. So I painted those. And I'm going to go paint some more. And I hope you have a great Sunday, or whenever you see this. Maybe you won't see it till Monday. So, whatever day you see this on, I hope that that's a good day for you.